it's so interesting because when we were about to start getting into that, like the video, I almost just like start crying. Like the woe is well, because it's been so long since we've recorded and all the things that have happened, and it's like, and I did that with Therese too, but Therese knows how to handle it.
Good. You are connected to your emotions.
Okay, when we pulled up at the cemetery, there were all these men. I'm about to cry. There were all these men in military uniform, and they had my dad's casket halfway out of the hearse with the flag over it, and they were saluting, waiting for us. Were they saluting? And then you have the guys to the side with the guns, just waiting, like they were, you know. And I said to, look at damn. I said to, that's my dad. I said to Therese, I was like, I'm about to lose it. I'm about to lose it. And I just, but then I got myself together before we got out of the car. It just got real serious because before we had got there, we were joking and laughing. And then as soon as we pulled the corner and it got really serious and really sad. Yeah.
That is so beautiful. That's what I'm talking about. This is beautiful. Authenticity, baby. It's beautiful.
Oh, my mom's back. Hold on. No authenticity. No. I'm just kidding. I've been in this energy of not wanting to cry in front of her.
Why? Because you don't want to trigger her?
Yeah, she lost her husband of 42 years, man. Or that's not the reality we're going to be in, but you know what I'm saying. Yeah. What'd you say?
It's not bad. It's not a big bad wolf. It's not going to take you under. It's not. It's not. It's safe. I promise. It's safe. It's safe to feel. It's safe. It is safe. It's safe. Allow it. Allow. It is safe. It does not hurt. It is merely you experiencing realness. It's real. Real is beautiful. And shoot, yeah, if you feel the presence of, just because you're crying, don't put bad on crying. Don't put that story on it. Let that flow in your body. And if your mom is there and she connects with that energy, let that be. It's beauty. It is all beauty. And girl, when you let it happen, you feel it's like you're reborn again. You feel amazing after you allow that to flow in your body. It feels so good. I love the darkness. I do. I love it. Because after you feel it, it's alchemy. It births brand new energy. I love it. Feel that stuff. And let her feel it. You be that. It's real. It's safe.
Hear my mom? She said, it is? Okay, hold on. She don't have. She said, hello, Mom.
Hello.
I'm talking just now on video because I'm actually recording too.
Oh.
Are you okay?
Huh?
I want to start off by saying this is not my first recording this year. However, with everything going on, I've not posted any of the other ones. So you might hear me in multiple videos saying, my father's on another timeline that I'm trying to get to, or whatever. I'm Shayla Jade. This is Heaven Divine. This is Chocolate Cake 101.
Thank you for having me.
We're in this together. And
yes.
As I have not talked to my followers, my subscribers this year, happy 2025. And I'm now all the beautiful plants from all the loving people who are just been lovely. Okay.
And they are so beautiful. I'm feeling into the plants right now as you bring my awareness to them.
It's and I told you earlier. There's like two or three more behind the camera.
Mm-hmm.
First I'm like, why is everybody saying plants or something bad or something happens? Well, oh, it's because plants help to uplift the energy, to neutralize the energy. They send peace and all the. I love the green. You know what I'm saying?
And
Always.
life.
And the
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
So we had an unofficial introduction today, and that's always beautiful. You are watching Chocolate Cake 101 and insightful. Damn it.
Insightful spiritual guidance.
I'm keeping that if you don't mind, because that was funny to me. We have 10,000 things to talk about, but today our conversation today is going to be focused around the have and have nots. If you have not seen the title, because we're seeing this in a completely different way now. We really just want to build on that.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm going to let you talk, Shana, if you want to start it off.
Well, as we were building before, my awareness took me to a even deeper place, because we were saying as we use our focus to bring things alive, and the people who have, are using their focus to bring love, peace, joy, and abundance alive. And the have nots are the people who are focusing on lack, discomfort, worrying, stress, all of these quote unquote hell. And I found myself going even deeper and being in gratitude for the things that we deem as bad, that have been the bridge that bring us into these higher states of consciousness.
Yeah.
So it sort of gives people who are in that place a space to where it doesn't feel so far away to get to that space.
And I feel
so, for instance, like, I don't know if you remember, we were talking about earlier, making friends with our demons. So, for instance, like, had I not experienced this void, I would not know that the depth that I hold within me. So, just bringing yourself into this space of allowing everything that you experience to work in your absolute favor.
That's what the haves are.
Mm-hmm.
Which you brought me to a whole different thing. But to back it up, we talk about the have and have nots. I'm sure lots of us have heard this saying before. I know for me, I've always contributed or assigned it to a meaning of money. Who has the money, who doesn't, who has the power, who doesn't. It didn't dawn on me till a few weeks ago. We had a conversation that it's a mentality thing. It's what we've been talking about this whole time. It's about a thinking of abundance versus a thinking of lack. And it's literally about everything in life. So when something happens, literally anything, you can focus on the haves, what you do have, what is beautiful, what you can control, or you can focus on what you don't have. And so this is about abundance versus lack mentality. And we were talking about that because we talked about your thoughts and your emotions being electric, emotions being magnetic. So this is the lightning. This is the power charge. Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah, right.
That was
yeah. That is the power charge that is going to dictate what happens to you next. I think that most of us don't realize that we really are creating. We have been in this guise of we are only human, and there are gods that are what is it? We're reactive instead of proactive. And
yes.
I think with the age of Aquarius and all this coming, we're now realizing, oh, we had the power the whole time, and it's through our thoughts, it's through our imagination. And so this is where, no matter what's going on, you have to control your mind. It would behoove you to get on those paths of gratitude in every situation.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
changing how you see things and what you're watching, because what you're watching and engaging in is programming your thoughts.
Yes. Yes. And another thing to be mindful of is your relationships with people, because in this walk of ascending in consciousness, we have relationships where people tend to project their wounding onto you. And if you're not conscious and aware of that, you will find yourself sharing your energetic power to fuel their wounding. So for instance, if they are carrying shame and they're projecting shame onto you, if you're not conscious and aware of it, you carry that back with you and lose your power and begin to feed your electricity into shame. So that's another thing to be mindful of, is the projection of others.
Triggers, people who trigger you. They trigger you. Okay, so this goes into what we were talking about earlier with our no separations. Everyone is you push out is what the original name of this is, but it's really a collective conscious. I've said this in one of my past videos where I was talking about I'll link it below. But I was talking about how we all share a conscious mind. So I would talk to you about, I love her, and I'm always going to talk about other YouTube channels because we are not haters here.
Oh yeah. Nothing but love. Because we are one.
We are one. We're all learning from each other. Well, her name is Autumn XO, where she talks about there can be no others. There's no other way. We're talking about the law of no separation. And that's what lack is. It is separating yourself from the collective consciousness. But really, we are all one mind. So you are going to bring people, places, things, situations to you that reflect where you are on any given situation at any given level in the frequency. And that person is going to, especially your romantic partners, right? That person is going to reflect back to you your thoughts, your feelings, how you feel about yourself and how you feel about them. And if you are not careful, if you are not present, we talked about that too, then you got to end up dancing in a dance that you don't want to dance in.
Yep.
And you'll blame them, and they'll blame you, and you'll blame them, and they'll blame you. And and she's the narcissist. Next thing you know what I'm saying? Like,
you end up, it's like your energy is this
pendulum.
It moves in different directions, and you get to choose where you want. It's gonna feed in somewhere, because energy is always in motion. So you get to choose if you're gonna feed it in a empowering direction or something that is draining and totally against,
which is
okay, what you are intending to create.
Which is okay, because you're always gonna get where you need to be. But how long is
it's no wrong way.
Right. How much do you want this to hurt?
And some of us get off on pain. That's the beauty of this.
I was thinking
we get to rendezvous and play. That's the game. You get to choose. It's not a right or a wrong.
Or get
you are the conductor of your ship. So you get to choose. You may be one of those people who get off on addiction, get knocked around.
Addiction,
so
addiction to pain, addiction to grief. Not because you like it, but because, think about it. Every TV show we've ever watched, right, has it's fine. There's a dip, and you watch the person come back up again. And we've learned to get off on that. And some of them, it never goes back to good. They end the season with some more drama. So you got to tune in next week. We are literally bred or programmed to be addicted to the fall. Are we not?
Yeah.
Because times can just as well be sunshine and butterflies all damn day long. There's enough information out there for things to be joy.
But if you think about it,
you'll be bored.
It's boring. It's boring.
But you know what? That almost to me is our toxic response, because, and this is the conversation I've had with so many people about love, because a lot of people think, oh, if I'm not with a toxic person, it's going to be boring. No, someone who's not toxic has other exciting things to do, like traveling, like
Mm-hmm.
jumping, like learning new skills and reading books. So it's not that we're not going to find adventure, it's just on a different frequency. The fourth
Right.
and the fifth dimension, heaven is fun. It's not boring,
Yes.
but it comes without all the bullshit.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
We just
And
aren't
we're,
aware of what.
we're going to still challenge. We're still going to be challenged.
Yeah.
And I think that's what people misunderstand toxicity with challenges.
Yeah. Oh,
You're going to be challenged.
yeah.
That's evolution. That's how we. What's that? What Abraham Hicks says when we're sifting and sorting through the contrast.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. Some people call it toxic, but it's challenges. You're not going to be able to get away from being challenged. So it's all about your perception on what you're facing, the haves and the have-nots. So don't be a victim to yourself. So don't look at what you're faced with as if it's something attacking you. I hear you say this a lot. How can I play with this? How can I make this fun? What's that saying that you say? What can I do to make this work for me? It's a little saying that you say.
I'm on a whole different timeline. But remember how we talk about now that we talked about this earlier today. Now that I know that this is a game, how can I play with this? How can I make
that's the one?
Yeah. How can I play with
That's
it?
it.
And that's what I've been doing with everything, with situation with my father. All it is teaching me how to be more in my power. Because as a human, I didn't even know that I could do supernatural things, or at least I couldn't. But now that I have a supernatural reason, I'm looking at supernatural shit. Same with my love life or with my children. It seems so different because we weren't raised to understand that we have access to the whole entire universe. And a lot of religions that we are so loyal to are so beautiful, but they're only a small, minute spectrum of the whole picture. But you get out of that spectrum, or don't, but just start seeing that there's actually way more out there. So what you have to understand is a lot of what we, and I say we, I'm talking about our Western culture, because it could be, I'm sure it's other parts of the world also, but specifically in the Western culture, there is a lot of victim mentality, like you said. There is a lot of practices, whether it be with the TV, the music, the food, the culture of different people, and collectively as the Western culture, to be more problem solving. So we're always focused on the problem. If you're always focused on the problem, that's what you're going to experience. You're going to get, you said this earlier, a problem only brings more problems. It's so general, but you can put this on money. You could put this on love. You could put this on your health. You could put this on your safety. You could put this on other people that you perceive as outside of you. It's about not putting limitations on yourself or other people. And it's about daring to have the faith that things will work out. And you don't have to be this Princess Disney fairy, but it starts with being thankful for what is. So you might not have been able to pay a bill, or you're looking at it and wondering where the money's going to come from. But all you really have to do is be thankful. One, be thankful for the contract that you have with the company. Be thankful that they even trusted you, because in the contract, they are giving you energy knowing that you can fulfill it. They're dependent. They know you can fulfill it. They're giving you that. If you only have $4 in your bank account, and I've said that again, I've said this before, be thankful for whatever $4 you have. And I talk about
feel into that. Feel into that. Feel how that feels, that, oh my God, I got $4. It feels so good to have this $4. And really feel it. A lot of people, they robotically, and you can, but it's more powerful because of the formula you just spoke about, the emotion and the thought, the electricity and the magnetism. When you put those two forces together, which we're talking about, the oneness, the unity consciousness, that's what that is as well. You put those forces together, magic, oh my God, magic happens. So when you are, oh my God, thank you so much, and you really feeling that in your body to the point where you almost like, you're on cloud nine, you almost cry about it. It feels so good. I'm telling you, the money almost grows legs and walk in your house. Is that serious?
And people have used this in other ways. When you are feeling bad and you're thinking bad, what do you think happens? We attract those things that we are feeling and thinking in bad situations. And that's what we normally are used to doing, but you can just as well use it the other way. I've talked about it in the past with your health. If you have something that's wrong with you, but you're still alive, your heart is still pumping, your blood is still flowing, your eyes are still blinking without you, you're still breathing without knowing. So your body is actually still more healthy than it is not. So instead of saying sick because one or two things are wrong, let's focus on the things in your body that are still working, or be thankful that your body is still working despite how you feel. And I'm not saying it doesn't suck. But what I am saying, as you focus on what you have more than what you focus on what you have not, then what you have not will start to dissipate and what you have will multiply. And that doesn't take long for it to happen.
It doesn't. It grows. It grows, and it grows fast. It grows. And if you're in a space where, because I know sometimes you get completely overwhelmed, and it's hard to get back to that place of abundance. Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
Yeah.
Or go in nature and just start with the trees. Go to the birds. Go to the grass. Just go very light. And then you'll start to feel in your body that your energy starts picking back up. But if you're in a really, really, really dark place, go to sleep. That is the best way to reset your energy. Go to sleep or even take a shower. And I wanted to add when it comes to, in reference to our focus, a lot of us don't realize, but a major block within our energy is we are majorly focusing on what another person is doing and what another person, where they are at on their journey, and trying to mimic that person and what they're doing. And it creates anxiety and resistance within your energetic field, because you don't know what that person has, where they're at energetically, or what they're having to do in order to maintain what they're doing. What I'm trying to, what I'm trying to get over to you all is to stay focused and be in acceptance of who you are and where you are on your path, and not need for your journey and your life to look like someone else's, and be totally free in creating and being in the haves, because that is an energy of not having.
That is have not. When I'm looking at comparison and competition are both have nots, because that is comparing myself to others is saying that I'm not enough, or to continually be enough. So that's literally, and thank you, because we didn't even talk about the I am not enough energy. But we did talk about excuse me.
And that is the core of the have-nots.
The core, the not feeling like you are enough. So not feeling like I'm enough turns into I'm not welcome here. I don't feel safe, whether it be I don't feel safe on earth. I don't feel safe where I am, or I'm not welcome here. Or like spiritual people will say, I'm not from here, or whatever. You're everywhere. You're from everywhere. Anywhere you want to be. You get to dictate how comfortable you're going to be here. When you're not comfortable, you did that to yourself. You are
separation consciousness. That is a major block. That puts your energy field by itself. How can any of your manifestations get to you when you don't belong to it?
Or when you're misunderstood, when you're not accepted, when you're not supported. And we do this to ourselves, especially in the spiritual community. All day, every day. We're different. We're special. No one's like us. They don't understand me.
Separation. And all of your manifestations are reading that energetic space that doesn't know you. It's looking for that God. It's not looking for this unknown substance that you're projecting out. And so you're like, what am I doing wrong? What is going on? I'm doing this, I'm doing that. You have to embrace the whole of who you truly are.
And you get to make up the story. So you can have a story of I am the greatest greatness, but also include these people understand me. They welcome me. I'm comfortable here. I'm supported. I'm surrounded by people who love me, by things that love me. Everything's working out for me. This is about ground.
Yes.
That's that grounding, which is what we were talking about with step 3, which was how to be more in the haves and less in the have-nots. When we were talking about all those things that you were talking about to stabilize your state of being. Take a nap if you can't do anything else, if you're just that miserable. A nap will reset unless you, well, it's so funny because we talk about how your energy is when you go to sleep and when you wake up. So you want to be able to, when your focus is in the right place, focus on what your where your energy is before you go to sleep and when you wake up. But if you just got to go to sleep, go to sleep. But that's all meditation. I talk about this, my book, 31 Ways to Flow, which is, the link will be down below. You can download it for free in my Stand store. It talks about 31, really more than 31 ways to stabilize your vagus nerve, which is going to help you to feel better, to think better, to move better, and flow around you is going to be better. But we talk about meditating, grounding, qigong, tai chi, muay thai, a cold shower, going to the beach. It's just a list.
Yes.
It's about consistently doing it, because if you do these things once or twice, you're going to feel better temporarily, but for lasting results and to actually get into a habit to where this is the new you, the new personality, the new energy, the new frequency, the new dimension, whatever you want to call it, you have to do this consistently more than you're, like I said, more than you're complaining, more than you're doing victim mentality, more than you're focusing on the things that you have not.
That's right. And another thing I wanted to add is, I call it faith talk. When you have this new assumption with yourself, make sure that your actions are in alignment with what your new assumption. So as we have shifted into the haves and we have left that old state of being of the have-nots, you have to not only talk the talk, you have to walk the walk. So when it comes time to respond to your reality in that abundant way, you cannot say one thing, but your actions do another. It's a contradiction in your energetic field. So that is detrimental. That's oneness as well. You have to make sure that your actions align with what you are affirming or what your assumption is. And I will tell you, you will have a kickback because your old way of being doesn't, it's like, what the hell are you doing? This is not what we do. We normally go and work 5 or 6 jobs. We normally rob Peter to pay Paul.
Why are you sitting meditating? We got things to do. We have to fix it.
Yes, we don't do that. This is nuts.
What is this breath work? What is that? But it's funny because I was going to say, I would say something positive, but I'd be like negative in my head. And you can't fake the universe. You can't fake spirit. So,
no.
So it's not just about what you do. It's about what you think also. If you are snarky, positive Polly on the outside, but on the inside, you're hurting, you're sad, you're resentful, you're recreating that situation over and over and over. And you're fighting with people in your head. It is going to show on the outside. Mark my words. You cannot fake the universe.
Okay, you cannot do it. You cannot do it. And I'm telling you, when I shifted in that way to where I aligned my nervous system, and it took work, but it's worth it. You have to govern over your body. And just like I was one of those people who was a workaholic, but I shifted within my energetic field to where I trust and I work for the universe. So therefore the universe pays me. So
hang in. Mm-hmm.
So I I know that. I'm convicted in that. So I know everything that I put out, it comes back to me. So, and more. So I don't contradict my assumption. So my nervous system and my body is convicted in that. So I can rest. I can be at peace in that. I don't sit and worry, well, how am I going to do this? Or how I'm going to, like we were talking about earlier, releasing the how.
I wrote it down. Hold on. You are not the creator of how. You're not a creator of how. You're a creator of what. So it is not your job to figure out how this is going to happen.
Yeah.
It's not your job to figure out the magic of the universe. Your job is to stand firm on what you. This is about your faith will make you whole. This is what we're talking about. This is
yes. I call it faith talk, and it's real. It's real. But when you're doing it, you have to be convicted in your body too. You can't go in your room and be like, okay, they said this is how I'm supposed to do it, but on the inside of you, you're nervous. You're in a frantic. You're being like, oh my god, I hope this works. Oh my god. No.
But that's the thing.
You have to be in that state of peace and convicted in your energy and sitting like a beautiful flower, allowing the universe to pour into your energy.
So that's the thing, because you said this a little bit earlier. A lot of people who are in a survival mode, it's hard. I have a hard time telling people to sit and be still when they are in survival mode. So what I like to do instead is tell people, do what you got to do. If you got to go work 2, 4, 5, 6 jobs, go do that. If you have to go, whatever. But before you do that, while you do that, during that time, after that time, take 10 minutes to breathe. Write down some affirmations. If you can set an intention and set the mood in your head, you do it while you're doing it and after, you're going to see the trajectory change literally right before your eyes of not only how you feel, but the outcome of what you're getting. So maybe those 3 jobs that you have, magical things will happen. You might not need to work one. Money's just going to show up in the mail. People are going to show up to help you. That's the biggest thing. Don't underestimate the people that are going to show up to help you. People are going to show up to help you. Situations are going to come in your favor. And then as you get that faith and as you get stronger in that, now you have more time to sit down, more time to stabilize your state of being. And then with that, you're going to grow even more confident. And maybe you're going to let these things go and do some of these exercises that might have been, ridiculous to even think of because you're too busy trying to logically think your way out of the situation. And yes, so this is what we're talking about. You can sow into complaints, blaming, victim mentality, arguing over things that you didn't like in your head, wondering how it went down, or you can use that same energy. This is what we talked about earlier when I talked to you about these crazy events that happened in my life, and I realized I've been draining my energy, being mad, being angry, when I could have been using that same energy, that same thought, those same thought forms, that same imagination that I used to create the things that I didn't like to create what I do like. So we talked about
that's right.
Yes. What I don't even know what song it is. I can let the dream killers kill my self-esteem or use my arrogance as the steam to power my dreams. And that's exactly what he was talking about. I'd be so mad at him, but he's best for stuff, y'all. Like real. It's real. So you can use it for the BS, or you can use that energy for what you are building. And that's what we have not.
The haves or the have-nots.
What the have and have-nots are. So you stabilize your state of being. You set goals. This is where the people want to, I know we don't like discipline and consistency, but where you want to be in life is going to be disciplined and consistent in some form, shape, form, fashion.
Yeah, definitely. That's
that
masculine energy.
And it's the balance.
Coming into union with that feminine energy. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. That's the merge, baby.
We were talking about electromagnetic earlier, and I want to blast masculine, feminine. Y'all know I got a whole series on masculine, feminine energy. But yes, your masculine is your electric, is your thought. Your feminine is magnetic, or your emotions. And when the masculine and the feminine energy within you work together,
baby,
protect yourself. What did you say earlier? Come through, masculine. Come through, masculine. When you work together for yourself, magic happens. Some call it electric. It's whatever.
Oh, it blows your socks off. I love it. I love it.
I feel like that's all I wanted to say. Oh, and one other thing I want to talk about, because a lot of you, I hear it all the time, and I'm gonna hear it. Probably y'all have probably already said it. I can't focus enough to meditate. I can't stop scrolling. Duh, because you are programmed to do. I don't want to keep saying programmed,
Well,
but
that's what it is. Our brains is a computer. I made this scenario metaphor for my mom. I was saying our brains is a computer, and we all have different softwares.
mm-hmm.
You can't get a Mac to be
We see a Windows does.
a PC on a window.
You
You
download
have to
some of the software.
you have to release that program and download the specific. So that's how it is for all of us. That's what our brain is. That's what the manifestation of the internet is. We are one. We are everything, and it's just showing us what we are.
And
so
meditation is not a gift where you're just special enough to be able to focus. It's a muscle that you practice. The same way you practice basketball or football, or if you're learning how to code, you got to practice. You will need to practice being in alignment with yourself. And all day, every day, you will have distractions. So when you can come back to yourself recognizes that and handles a lot of those things for you. That's all I got to say about it.
And stay in that state. Learn how to live in a meditative state. And you do that by staying in your five senses while you are being, while you are doing, you are being. So you're not just a robot. You are present in everything that you're doing. So like you said before, if you are working 5 or 6 jobs, you're present in what you're doing. You are feeling the feelings. You are, and that's, I know this is a whole nother video in itself, but a lot of us, our heart spaces are closed. And we're numb.
Go ahead and say it.
We are numb, and you can't feel seriously. And my heart goes out. But we need our hearts. That's the electromagnetic energy. If your heart space is closed and you're numb and apathetic, how are you able to magnetize anything to you? All you can do is push out. I dropped the mic on that one.
Thank you guys for watching. So you already know, you can check out more content because we talk about this in 10,000 different ways. Also, you have your space for similar and different content on insightful spiritual guidance, which the link for our channel and the information will be there, because so many people have asked me about you. So she's here, y'all. I brought her back. All right, and don't forget, you guys, share this content with someone that you can find value in, with someone who you think can find value in it. Happy 2025 calendar year. We are still in the arc of winter, and we still have so much creation that we are currently going through. So it's just going to keep going. We don't stop.
Yes. Stay tuned for more of the haves.
All right. My love is your love. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.